There are nights in the NBA when greatness feels routine, yet it still leaves you breathless. The Golden State Warriors' recent showdown against the Portland Trail Blazers was one of those nights, a classic example of how Stephen Curry can turn an ordinary regular season game into a statement of pure basketball artistry. The Warriors came in struggling for rhythm early, their shots misfiring, and the energy seemingly flat.
Steph saying, all right, I'll drop in the three.
Portland capitalized, building a solid lead and forcing Golden State to play from behind. But that's when the story of Stephen Curry usually begins. When the lights are bright, the crowd is tense, and everyone in the arena senses that something special might be about to unfold. From the first whistle, the Blazers came prepared. They pushed the pace, crowded Curry on the perimeter, and dared him to find other ways to score. But for those who followed Curry long enough, it's no surprise that he doesn't panic in those moments. He adapts. And what started as a slow burn quickly became one of the most electrifying comebacks of the young season. This game wasn't just about shooting. It was about leadership, poise, and the kind of momentum only the greatest shooters in history can generate. Curry began the first half methodically, testing the Blazers' defense with off-ball movement and quick reads rather than immediate deep threes.
Steph saying, all right, I'll drop in the three, and that is the new kind of high-five foul.
His patience was remarkable. Each possession told a story of calculation, slipping behind screens, reading defenders' hips, and using the smallest spaces to create opportunities. Early in the game, he attacked closeouts with precision, driving to the rim for soft floaters and mid-range jumpers. Those subtle adjustments set the tone. When his shot wasn't falling from distance, he found ways to stay effective, something only the most complete scorers can do.
Speaks to that. I feel really good about the entire group, the IQ of the group, and the ability for all of them to play together.
You mentioned it in your media availability after Jonathan Kuminga had signed that.
By halftime, his numbers weren't eye-popping, a few assists, a couple of threes, and solid drives, but anyone who's watched enough Warriors basketball knows what's coming. Historically, Curry's scoring average spikes significantly in third quarters when trailing at half. It's a trademark pattern. He absorbs, adjusts, and then detonates. The Warriors trailed, but the fire was about to ignite. The third quarter turned around as the teams returned from halftime. The atmosphere shifted. Golden State began to move the ball faster, their spacing improved, and Curry started to find his windows. The first few possessions were about rhythm, not results. He drove baseline on one play, missed a jumper, but instantly followed his shot, secured the rebound, and reset the offense with a smart pass. That sequence captured everything about his leadership, persistence, control, and awareness. Then came the moment that flipped the energy inside the Chase Center. A deep three from well beyond the arc, contested yet effortless. The shot splashed through, and suddenly the building erupted. That one basket felt like a turning point. The Warriors bench came alive, the crowd roared, and the Blazers began to tighten.
They're able to kick it out and get some pretty good looks. Toumani Camara plays because of his defense. Draymond answered with the three. That time Steph broke the paint.
Curry wasn't done. On the next possession, he intercepted a pass, pushed the ball in transition, and finished at the rim. 2 plays, 5 points, and an entirely different vibe. Then came another classic Curry sequence, a crossover into a fading mid-range jumper over a defender's outstretched arm. It dropped softly through the net, a testament to his refined touch. At this point, the comeback wasn't just about points, it was about presence. Curry had taken control of the tempo, and everything started revolving around him. In post-game comments, Curry reflected on moments like these, saying, "I just trust the process of the game. It doesn't matter how the first half goes. What matters is finding that spark that changes everything." That mindset, that unwavering belief in timing, is what separates him from nearly every other player in the league. The fourth quarter explosion, what happened next felt like a movie script.
51-point fourth quarter. What kind of rhythm, what kind of groove do you feel like you guys found?
Yeah, you know, when I first got in there in that third quarter, felt like we were trying to move the ball, get it going side to side, play a little bit 5 out, and no pun intended, but they're long and athletic.
The Warriors unleashed a 51-point fourth quarter, a barrage that completely overwhelmed the Trail Blazers. And at the heart of it all was Stephen Curry. He opened the quarter with a smooth floater, testing the defense. Then, as if flipping a switch, he entered that familiar zone where every shot feels inevitable.
NBA plays go away in a second. If Steph dribbles there, no, Buddy's not open. But catching and throwing in one motion, it's a layup. Curry for three.
He just said you're Notre Dame, man, like he wasn't even there. Hey. Come on, man.
He knocked down a transition three, followed by N-1 finish that sent the crowd into a frenzy. From that moment on, the game was his playground. Curry began orchestrating every possession with surgical precision. The Blazers tried trapping him at half court, but he navigated double teams effortlessly, slipping passes to open shooters or resetting to get the matchup he wanted. Each time Portland made an adjustment, he found an answer. Then came the sequence that defined the night, a second chance possession where he grabbed a loose rebound, spun past his defender, and drained a fadeaway jumper. On defense, he communicated constantly, pointing out screens and fighting through picks. You could see his commitment on both ends. The final dagger came late in the quarter, a step-back three from just inside half court, over a defender's desperate closeout. Pure. The ball arced high, dropped perfectly, and with it, any chance of a Portland rally vanished. Curry turned and walked back calmly, that familiar smirk on his face, as if to say, "You knew this was coming." Leadership also defined his night. When younger players on the roster made mistakes, Curry was the first to encourage them. His composure grounded the team. Even during rough stretches, he never lost control, no frustration, no forced shots, just trust in the system.
13 Blazer points. Moody out of the corner. Moses Moody's three-point shot has been really good in the preseason.
That calm confidence radiates through the team, especially in moments of adversity. It's no coincidence that when he's locked in, everyone around him elevates their game. Final minutes ticked away. It was clear that this game belonged to Stephen Curry. Every decision, every possession ran through him. The Blazers made one last push, trying to trap him full court and deny touches, but it didn't matter. He calmly advanced the ball, orchestrated pick and rolls, and drained free throws that sealed the game. It was vintage Curry, composed, lethal, and relentlessly efficient. His final stat line was impressive, but the real story lay in how he got there. The timing of his scoring runs, the defensive reads, and the leadership intangibles made the difference. He didn't just shoot the Warriors back into contention, he guided them to victory. That's what separates good performances from legendary ones, the ability to control the flow of the entire game. When the final buzzer sounded, the Warriors had completed one of their most thrilling comebacks in recent memory.
High pick and roll again. It's Pryor with the open three. Pat Spencer is running stuff right now.
Nights like this aren't accidents, they're reminders. And as the Warriors walked off the floor, smiles all around, one truth lingered above everything else. As long as Stephen Curry is on the court, no game is ever truly out of reach.